So we're in Russell, in the Bay of Islands, and I've lived here my whole life, and I reckon it's a boring little town. As a child, it was amazing. There was heaps to do, but as a teenager, it just gets boring. There's just nothing to do.
Once known as the hellhole of the Pacific, Russell was the first permanent European settlement in New Zealand. With only 720 residents, it's more popular now with tourists than with local teenagers like 15-year-old Easton Petford Smith.
So this is the middle of town, and this is where all us Russell boys loiter.
New Zealand Maori are famed for their warrior culture, but many Maori boys are losing their way. This small country has the highest teen suicide rate in the developed world.
Those rocks there is where me and my old man used to go fishing. Yeah, we used to cast into the channel between Mill Island and the rocks. Yeah, it's good fishing there. So this is my dad.
Tell me a little bit about him.
Well, he was tall as, funny, great fisherman, legendary skipper, and a blacksmith. And an awesome dad. He passed away in 2013 from cancer. Yeah, it was a huge turning point in my life. My life started going downhill. Not having a male role model in my life was really hard. I went off the rails a little bit. I tried to take my life at the age of 12. And
that's pretty full on.
yeah, I just wanted to be with him. I didn't want to be in this world. I hated it.
E ai ki ngā tatau whakamomori hou, e piki tonu ana ngā tatauranga nei ki Aotearoa.
New Zealand has the highest teen suicide rate in the world, over twice the global average.
A recent report found 60% of people aged 10 to 14 who killed themselves between 2012 and 2016 were Maori.
Maori boys are in the grip of a crisis. Many don't make it to adulthood without encountering violence, addiction, poverty and prison.
So much anger and rage and depression, it just bottled up inside me and I just started fights.
A few months ago, Easton had his first brush with the law. It was a turning point in his life.
I was with my mate and we broke in to garages multiple times and took their golf carts for drives around the property. But one day we were driving down their driveway and the son of the owner came up the driveway. They just called the cops and yeah. That was the first time that police had ever got a hold of me. It wasn't that frightening, but once court came into the situation, then it was frightening. I was in serious trouble and it was either do good or go to juvie,
What's juvie?
juvenile prison, and yeah, I don't want that.
A lot of our whānau, family, have a lack of identity. And it's part of my goal to work with those people to instill tikanga. Values and principles that have been written by our ancestors.
Ki taku whare tupuna karanga mai, karanga mai, karanga mai. Me mai ko ti tō moko puna, te kuhu mai ki roto ki te ahuru o tō whare. My name is Isaiah Matthew Apiata. At present we are standing within the ancestral house of my people, of Ngā Puhi. E ngā rahu tapu tapu, ngā rahu nā ua i o, tiki tiki o, rangi tēnei o.
Tikanga, at its essence, is the rongoa, the medicine to fixing up all our whānau that are currently making up the high statistics within New Zealand. Eastern Petford Smith. He's one of these fellas, from what I've seen, that's easily led astray. And that's part of the issue. But when he lost his father, he also lost his connection to his taha Maori. You know, the old structure of living was everybody would raise the child in the village. It wasn't just the parents, which is where I come into the picture.
Isaiah works as a youth justice coordinator for New Zealand's Ministry of Children, or Oranga Tamariki, which supports kids whose well-being is at risk or who've broken the law. The fact that 70% of those kids are Maori is yet another damning statistic.
So what we're going to do today is learn about that word tikanga. What's tikanga to you?
Dunno.
Tikanga basically means doing things right. Hey?
Could Isaiah turn out to be the male role model that Eastern needs?
Sure. So the purpose of today is first we got to get to the top of our maunga, pauerua. But it's once we're at the top where we then start to get a better appreciation of the direction through tikanga Māori that we want to go in the future. Acknowledging the harm that has been caused while you're here, but actually giving you the opportunity to seek out another route.
This mentoring is actually Eastern's stay out of jail card. With the help of Isaiah and other professionals, he came up with a plan to show he's serious about taking a different path.
Once we agree to the plan, and if the young person sticks to the guidelines, effectively the charge will be wiped, as if it vanishes, as if it never happens. In life, nothing's easy, eh? It's about working hard to achieve a particular goal, which is similar to what we're doing. The essence of the pepeha hikoi is for the young person to make a reconnection back to their land. But the land that their ancestors once walked. The essence of tikanga is having that strand that associates you personally to your mountain, to your ocean, to your river, to your meeting house, to your family, and gives you that understanding of purpose in life.
Today, Easton is climbing Pawarua, a volcanic hill that was once terraced and fortified by local Maori, surrounded by a maze of settlements, gardens and smaller forts.
Here we are at the summit of your maunga, your mountain, where your people established themselves, where tikanga was created and where tikanga continues. This is who you are. Smell the breeze, the fresh air, feel the wind on your skin.
It's amazing, really. It's mind-blowing. I'm just trying to take it all in at once.
What are you thinking about when you come up here?
It's how my ancestors used to be here. Yeah.
Toro pai pai. Uit. Pautama. Uit. Te tohua tū.
Did you know any of this stuff before you met Isaiah?
No, I didn't. He's made a big difference. I never used to feel as Māori as I do now. But yeah, I'm glad I'm up here.
Was your Maori identity something that you thought about?
Yeah, I thought about it quite a lot. And I just wanted to really connect with it. And ever since my dad passed away, I couldn't.
Te tohua tū. Uit.
And now that Isaiah's got into my life, it's a lot better.
Tohua tū.
Knowing where I'm from.
Tōko.
Changes the way you feel about yourself.
A lot. Trying to change it, turn over a new leaf now.
Is that partly thanks to Isaiah?
Yes.
But helping a troubled teenager isn't always so straightforward.
What I'm up against is 5 generations of dysfunctional families. But what's affecting our people is alcohol, is drugs. It's sexual abuse, boredom, lack of employment, lack of role models.
Moeroa is a town that's almost entirely Maori. People here are proud of where they live, but it's often in the news for the wrong reasons. It's here I get a real sense of the intergenerational issues Isaiah is trying to tackle.
We've had a few, actually quite a few family members too, children who have committed suicide.
How do you make sense of something like that?
You don't. I don't know.
Marjorie Strongman used to work with Isaiah at the Department of Corrections. Now she helps released prisoners find jobs. This is her daughter, Alana.
I've tried committing suicide myself. Quite a lot.
How old were you when that happened?
It's about 12. 12 years old. Yep. Right up to probably when I was 23 or so.
Why do you think it happens so much?
Just a lot of abuse and families, sexual abuse, I think. You just don't want to be on be here anymore and just want to go.
That's something you struggled with for a long time.
Yep.
Hey, I can't even get the back one off. Hey.
Oh, back one's already.
And this is Alana's son, Jadian.
Jaden's actually a nice boy if you get to know him. It's just that he gets himself into trouble.
Hey, your dad's front brakes are flat.
Not going to use his ADHD as an excuse, but sometimes that's part of it. I just think Jaden's just had a lot of challenges in his life. Been brought up by a single mother, father in prison.
He's been pretty interested in bikes since probably about 10. Now he's like right into them, fixing them, yeah, riding, wheelies, pretty much anything to do with bikes. I got into trouble myself and went to jail and did not good things, and I sort of missed out on a lot of things with him. Love watching them do the wheel stands. They try to teach me, but I can't even get the wheel off the ground, so.
Oh, now my chair's crooked.
So you got no front brakes?
I got no brakes at all.
Oh, okay.
My experience of my grandson's naughtiness is that he stole his grandfather's truck. And then the police became involved. There was a little bit of a car chase, and it goes through the fence on it.
Soon after Jadian's arrest, someone turned up to keep him out of jail and teach him a lesson.
Yeah, I knew his grandmother. I've got much respect for his grandmother. I said I'll work with him. Let me work with him and I'll share with him his tikanga. That's where we're going to go. We'll go there first, then we'll go down to your marae.
Jadian recently did his pepeha hikoi with Isaiah, which means reconnecting with his ancestors' land.
Ko whakataha te maunga.
And the video they made helped him stay out of jail.
Ko tauwhara te marae.
So what happened in court anyway? What did the judge say?
He just said, oh, if you let me watch your pepeha, I'll let you go free, like a free man.
Yeah.
And they go, hope I don't see you in here again. You might, maybe not.
And how can we keep you out of that place? What do we need to do? I have respect for Jadian because he is what he is. A jokester. He acts as if he's not listening, but you know he's engaged.
That's 30, eh, Moss?
That's 30 what?
$30.
$30 for what I just filmed?
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Keep it up, man.
Nah, I reckon that's like 20 cents so far.
No.
Do we need a contract, Isaiah?
No, don't make one, Isaiah. It's $10 a shot.
$10 a shot.
I've got to make something out of getting filmed.
Yeah, but
He's raw, you know, he's real. He hasn't been trained, he hasn't been controlled. That's what I like about him. So how do you be a good boyfriend to a good girl? What does a good boyfriend look like?
Doesn't hit you?
Doesn't hit her? Yeah. Do you wear rubber?
Yeah. Not really. Sometimes.
Should be all the time, okay? It's fun for the first 2 minutes for you.
Goof, I didn't get that long. I didn't get that short.
Not that long.
I go for like maybe 30, 40 minutes.
Just as long as you do it in a safe manner. You're 16 now. You gotta remember, hey, wear a condom, rubber up, put a helmet on. Are you ready to have a baby?
Not really.
Yeah, well.
Once out of the car, it doesn't take long for Jadian's sense of mischief to resurface.
We'll go to this other place.
It leaves me wondering whether he'll be open to what Isaiah has to teach him.
Where's he gone, Isaiah?
He's gone rogue.
He's gone rogue.
How did you even get up there? Please don't hurt yourself. I slide down the pole.
Neither Easton nor Jadian have dads in their lives. How much is that a factor in what you're dealing with?
In every household, having a male and a female figure plays a vital role.
Oh, is this the place we're going, buddy?
I wish. Now go over there. A father is firm. A father is there to build resilience. So a lot of our children nowadays don't have that resilience.
That second hill is your pa.
What is that?
That was the village or the pa where your ancestors lived.
Are there houses there?
No, not anymore. Back in the days of our tupuna, there were little residents that were built under the ground. They had mud floors.
Jadian seems to be giving the discussion, or korero, his full attention.
When it was winter, they would live closer inland. When it was summer, they would come close to the moana.
That was a korero?
But then, the moment passes.
What's it like being here now that you're here?
Boring.
10. Where's 10? Oh, there it goes. Motu arohi, you know where Tāpeka Point is? You Long Beach?
Sorry? What was that?
I'd rather eat junk food than stay in the bush.
Even somewhere like this?
Yeah.
I don't think we're finished.
He's disconnected with us. It's part of their process, eh? They either want to or they don't. And I don't know what's on his mind at the moment, which is troubling him, eh? Keeping him not on task, not focused. Unfortunately, that's what we're up against. Young people that aren't brought up with values or principles. Special young man he is. So much potential though, eh? So much untapped potential that he holds. Suicide is more of an issue amongst our people now than it has ever been. It's rampant. It's happening here, there and everywhere. We live in a dysfunctional world from a Maori worldview. "178 years, Pākehā or Western practitioners have used their tools. One, to shape our people, to reform our people. Since then, to this very day, it hasn't worked. What I see is not these young people standing here, but their uncles, their grandparents, their ancestors, pushing them, making them strive. It's empowering, it's uplifting. And as you saw with those children, They loved every moment of it because it's theirs. And when you see that sparkle in their eye, keeps you going back, give more.